All right, so the other day I watched Diamonds Are Forever, another James Bond movie. We're into the 70s now. I think this is the first one from the 70s, and I do have a few thoughts. It's been a few days since I watched it, so I forgot some of my first thoughts, but I still have some things to say. To start, I do still think that with every movie they get more serious. It's not that the earlier ones might not have felt serious then, but like my thoughts of a serious spy movie is like the Bourne movies. Like that's a serious spy movie. These early James Bonds, they feel a lot more gimmicky, a little more silly, a little more goofy. They have like their beautiful women, but they're like feel kind of campy, which it may just be the style of the 60s. You know, I haven't watched a big enough variety of movies to say if that's just a 60s style or whatever, and that's just how 60s movies are. But now that we're getting into the 70s, each movie like feels like they're taking the spy genre more seriously. We're in the Cold War, they've been in the Cold War forever, but like it's getting more reasonable, more logical. That's a big thing for me. I enjoyed like the dramatic plot. I find it hilarious that this is a British movie that spends all of its time in America basically. Like the entire movie's basically in America, which is just really fun to me. I get a kick out of that. I enjoyed the space aspects of the plot. Were they believable? Not necessarily, but like in the same way that space stuff now isn't always believable. Like they got the concept, but they're not out there in wild, weird areas like Fast and the Furious went to. Like these are still logical next steps, which is something else I appreciate. The other thing I liked is that while the chick was, overly busty and things, she was she was more involved in the plot. I'm enjoying when the women are more involved in the plot, in tools and stuff, because it adds more. Like, I get it. He's a whore. He's a man whore. But, like, at least make them plot relevant instead of just, okay, he's gonna go sleep with a random chick and then get back to the plot. Like, have them happen at the same time. My last thing is there were these two villains that that was the campiest. They were very goofy villains, but I feel like I've seen them referenced in things. Like I'm watching and I'm like, this is so familiar. They're like little buddies and they're like Mr. This and Mr. That, and they kept making jokes as they killed people. I'm like, okay, I see where that is. I got a big kick out of that. I did like that a lot. I might give this one, I'm going to stick with a 6 out of 10. As I'm watching more, I'm starting to settle into what I do and don't like in these James Bond movies. They're interesting. Not necessarily my favorite thing I've watched, but I'm a fan of the concept at least.